First of all, let me say namaste from India. It's a great pleasure to reach your viewers through you. A very happy International Women's Day, although it is just a day before that we had it over there. Belated happy International Women's Day. It's a pleasure to be talking to you. India and Maldives have very close relationship and development partnership, whether it is in terms of infrastructure development or training. It has been one of our stronger points of bilateral relations. GMCP, which is the Greater Malé Connectivity Project, is one of the flagship projects that India has undertaken and one of the largest single project that India has undertaken outside in the neighborhood. It's about $400 million of LOC and $100 million of grant portion. So a total $500 million worth of construction activity is being undertaken by India in the Maldives. Now this bridge has great significance. This bridge would be connecting 3 more islands, which is Willingli, Gulifalu and Tilafushi to Malé. And therefore there would be a constant road that can be possible for people to traverse, expand their business opportunities, reach out to the ports which are likely to come up in future and existing ones also. So this would give a great opportunity for the economic potential to be completely unleashed when the bridge gets completed. This is very important for us because when 99% of Maldives is ocean, and the connectivity which brings people together, which enables people to expand their horizons, particularly in terms of business, in terms of other economic activities, and in terms of connectivity, would be one of the most important aspects that we would be doing. This will certainly strengthen our relationship also in terms of economic and trade and economic relations. The future port that is likely to come up in this area would also help in improving this kind of relationship apart from the economic potential of the country. India has always looked at Maldives as a very important neighbor. In Prime Minister's Mahasagar vision, which is mutual and holistic all-round growth for all in the region, as well as in the neighborhood first policy, Maldives occupies a very special place. When there is growth that takes place because of infrastructural development, it would certainly help in people enhancing their own position economically, and therefore more stability would be there. And when more and more people-to-people contact take place, owing to the ports that are likely to come up and the connectivity that comes in, it would be useful for both the countries to utilize this bridge in terms of growth, business opportunities. Tilafushi, where this road ends, where this bridge ends, has always been envisaged as a place for warehousing and for port development also, and as an industrial area. When this bridge connects all the 3 islands, it would provide direct and easy opportunity instead of relying on the boats and the water transport to directly bring in goods from Tilafushi to Malé and to the other parts of it. That is why the whole concept of the bridge is a Greater Malé Connectivity Project. The economic potential will certainly be unleashed. The industrial zone that is to be created in one of these islands, the ports that will come up over there, will provide the opportunity for our Maldivian friends to open new businesses, and the entrepreneurial nature of Maldives will certainly find a strong foothold in these areas. And I'm sure that this, when connectivity is there, businesses thrive. And I'm sure our Maldivian friends would be in a position to exploit this particular opportunity once the bridge is completed. Bridge actually highlights the engineering capabilities of Indian companies. This has not been an easy project. It has been one of the most engineering-wise challenging projects, because many places the depth of water itself was about 55 meters. The navigation span, 2 of the navigation spans between Tilafushi and Gulifalu, as well as from Willingli to Malé, these areas have quite deep navigation channels. And to drill into those channels at a depth of, in some places at the depth of 55 meters, and then subsequently drilling further for another 65 meters, totaling about 110, 120 meters of piling for the stability and the strength of the bridge, has been one of the most challenging things engineering-wise. Further, the sea conditions have also been quite rough in many of these places, being an open sea and being an open channel. And the engineers have actually toiled, and they have successfully completed the great engineering complexities by drilling such deep offshore offshore drilling for piles. There were a total of more than 263 piles that have been laid from Malé to Tilafushi, and all these have been completed. Today the project is at 70%. It is only the casting and the joining of the cast to make the road that is happening. Incidentally, I was witness to, along with my colleagues, I was witness to the first slab, which is about 240 tons each, being raised to fill in over there. It took about for me to see the inch by inch movement of those 250 metric ton slab to be raised and cemented so that the whole thing expanded slowly. Was a very interesting engineering aspect that I witnessed myself. Now, starting from that day, today, the visibility of the bridge, the expanse of the spans have actually been quite nice, and the bridge is pretty nicely visible. It is also the tallest structure with 8.32 or 8.33 meters height, 240 metric tons of each slab, and the span of the width of the span is nearly more than 25 meters also, each of those spans with a cantilever action. So these are one of the best engineering aspects that have actually come into play to strengthen the bridge and to ensure its stability. The Guinness Book of World Record has also recently visited, have inspected, and they have verified the claims of being the tallest structure that has been erected. Once the bridge is complete and starts operation, it would be part of the Guinness World Record also. It's always important for people to have connectivity. Instead of multimodal transport, if it is possible for a single mode of transport to transport you from one part of the country to the other, that is always useful, faster, efficient, and nice. So this bridge, which begins from the end of Malé till Tilafushi, will continue directly here up to Hulumale, so which is more than, this bridge is 6.7 kilometers long, starting from Malé onwards. So the straight road connectivity would be more than 10 kilometers, 11 kilometers if you look at it from Tilafushi till Hulumale, thereby bringing in people together. The housing societies that are coming up, Hulumale Phase 2 has also seen more than 4,000 social housing projects done by India. Similarly, there would be more such social housing projects, the industries that are coming up, the warehousing that is coming up, the businesses that can come up, the entrepreneurial spirit of Maldives that would flourish over here. This would bring in people together. It would be easier logistically to ensure movement of goods from one part to the other. It would be easier logistically for people to move from one place to another, whether it is in terms of schooling, whether it is in terms of housing, whether it is in terms of work or hospitals or any such thing. As a society, it would be a great boon for such connectivity. Projects are great boon for any society, and I'm sure it would be so for Maldives also. This project, as you rightly said, is about 70% completed. The major engineering challenges have all been completed. It is now just laying of the road by casting these more than 1,400 such casts would be brought together. Today it is clearly visible. It's part of the skyline of Maldives, of Malé. This is, as I told you, is a flagship project. We are also involved in various other projects. We recently handed over, after completion of the renovation and the strengthening of Hanimadu Airport, widening of the, further construction of the runway from 1.4 kilometers to 2.4 kilometers, which can handle any aircraft of A320 and other sizes, to increase the tourism potential in the northern part of India, northern part of Maldives. Similarly, we have undertaken various tasks under in Gan Airport. We are working in further expanding the airport. The Addu Road and Sanitation project has been completed. There are 78 other projects under the HICDP, which is the High Impact Community Development Projects. Recently, just about 2-3 weeks back, along with Honorable Minister of Transport of Maldives, I had the good opportunity to see the launch of 2 RTL ferries, which are part of the HICDP project in Nilandu area, and one more atoll over there. So these are various development projects that India is involved in, improving the infrastructure and the community development projects that based on the priorities of the government of Maldives. India is a friend which has always stood with Maldives, whether it was in terms of crisis, or whether it is in times of peacetime, or whether it is in terms of development, whether it is in terms of medical improvement. The first hospital, the Indira Gandhi Medical Hospital, has also been contributed by India. The Senaiya Hospital has also been built with Indian assistance. There are so many things that we have done in the past, and we will continue to do so in the past. Our Prime Minister's motto is neighborhood first policy, and he has been very vocal in saying that in the neighborhood first policy, which is the fulcrum of our diplomatic outreach, Maldives occupies a very special place. And as I told in one of the answers earlier also, in terms of Mahasagar, which is mutual and holistic development growth for all in the region, is also a vision that actually drives the relationship India has. India is a friend. India will continue to be a friend. India will be there alongside Maldives to grow mutually, both in terms of economic activities and in terms of maritime security.